Hey guys, so I'm just gonna jump right into it because I don't have much time. Need to get ready for this wedding that I'm about to go to, my friend's wedding. But I wanted to talk on a topic that's very dear to me because I've experienced it, or I am experiencing it and going through the healing process. But I don't have much time to get all glammed up for this wedding. So don't mind me, I'm just gonna start with my hair and then I will work my way through my face and then get my clothes on. But whilst I'm doing that, I will be touching on the topic of mental health. So, just gonna put a bit more here to cover the bun. And all I'm doing, this is how the hair looks like. I'm just trying to find this bit and then take it out like so. Grab my crochet needle and I'm gonna put it at the base. So I'm using a mixture of bobby pins and pins. And I'm just using the Eco Styler Eco Styler Edge Control to get all my edges. Yeah, so mental health, it's a big issue. For me, I didn't realize when I was even going through my issues, and it was only triggered after being exposed to negativity for so long. I was in close proximity with a negative person, a toxic person. I won't even say negative because there's a difference, I think anyway. A toxic person just exudes, they just exude negativity at all times. And manipulation, gaslighting, all the above. Whereas I think a negative person might not even realize that they're being negative. They just think they're sharing their opinion, or it probably might be the same thing, to be fair, but I think I have to apologize in advance because obviously I'm doing my hair and my thoughts are all over the place. But yeah, what do you think? Don't you think that there might be a difference? Because I think some people who are negative or may criticize you just out of the blue or something, they might not necessarily know what they're doing. Whereas I think a toxic person, it's literally in their DNA. They can't do anything but tear other people down or just cause destruction wherever they find themselves, even in a very, very positive place. Probably not making sense, but hey. Yeah, so I think for me, mental health, it wasn't really something I was aware of. I think in my community, it's not something that's really been talked about. So when I was going through it, I didn't realize I was going through it. I didn't realize I was going through it. And also being a Christian, you always feel like you always got to be the bigger person. You always got to forgive quickly. Don't dwell on things. Don't let it fester. I'm also a pastor's daughter. So all this was just hanging over my head. And I don't mean it in a sense where I'm trying to please somebody. It was just myself. It was just expectations that I put on myself. So even when I was going through certain situations, I would think, no, okay, be the bitter. I went there. Be the bigger person. You know, don't feel depressed. Don't feel anxiety, because God will get you through this. And although I do believe that for like 100%, I do believe that. But sometimes you go through certain things where you kind of just have to go through it. You know, like you just have to take it one day at a time. You can't just magically recite a couple of quotation scriptures from the Bible and then poof, it all goes away. No, it's a transition. You know, transition is a process. And I feel like when I was going through it, again, I didn't realize I was going through it. It wasn't until I opened up. Okay, I opened up to my loved ones about it. That's when I realized, oh, so this is what they call mental health. Like you actually have something going on in your psyche. I think I was exposed to negativity, a toxic person for a long period of time. So I started to see myself through this person's idea of me. And in a way, you can say I wanted their approval to an extent, because this was someone who was very close to me. So their opinion mattered to me. How they saw me very much mattered to me. And as an empath, again, I can go into details about that later on, but as an empath, I was forever trying to morph myself into this person that was just cooperative, accommodating, tolerant, highly tolerant, for that matter, to the point where I just didn't know who I was anymore. Sorry, my makeup is here, so I'm just picking it up from there. Guys, motherhood has given me so much wrinkles under my eyes. I haven't slept in over a year, like a full uninterrupted sleep for over a year, like 14 months to be exact. And it's taken a toll on my under eyes. So I've had to watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to do my makeup without it creasing my under eyes, because I'm not a makeup artist. Okay, so don't come for me. I just do what I can to look half decent. So anyway, yeah, it wasn't until I was exposed to this for so long. Sorry. It wasn't up until I actually opened up to my loved ones. And then they said, that's not normal behavior. That's not normal behavior. And I was like, but this person made me think that it was normal. So I was forever like morphing myself until I didn't know who I was anymore. And the bad thing was I was also isolated from my loved ones. So everything was just pretty much heightened. And my only recollection of the outside world was through this person's mouth and eyes. So anything they said pretty much went, like it goes. Anything they said goes, because who else am I going to ask? And another word is gaslighting, guys. I was gaslit all the time, but until I actually realized or came across the word gaslight, I didn't know I was experiencing gaslight. Now, you're probably wondering, what is gaslight? Hold on, let me just bake under my eyes before it creases. 1 second. I have to do it again because I was talking. This is how YouTube said I should do it. So, obviously this is not a tutorial. Because guys, it used to make me very conscious. It it would be just creasing, doing the most. But yeah, so I've set that. Oh my God, I didn't do my contouring. Hold on. Trying to be chiseled today, eh? Because I've been eating a couple of pies. I love this. Hello. If you have short lashes, always use a primer, this white one, because it literally gets them done. It gets them out and popping. So I let that sit for a little bit. I like a white eyelash look. And then it's a natural beat, you know. It's not my wedding, it's someone else's wedding, it's not about me. Hi guys, so yeah, I'm on mummy duty and I've had to flip the phone and I'm breastfeeding, so that's how real it's gonna be. I can't wait to wean him off. A couple of months and I'm done. Anyway, back to what gaslighting is, because I don't have a lot of time. I won't be able to go into depth. I can do that in another episode. Why did they do this? It's okay. Sorry. It's just because my attention's on you and not on him, so. Hi guys, so yeah, with gaslighting, it's basically a form of mental and emotional abuse designed to literally plant self-doubt and also alter your perception of reality. So basically, if you're exposed to someone like this, they tend to distract you from their behavior by projecting on you. So degrading comments, it can come in all sorts of ways. I can go into detail a little bit more in a different video. Sorry, my son's around, so I have to keep looking around. And if you hear any noise, it's obviously him. So yeah, if you're exposed to this for so long, you start to second guess yourself. Well, that's what happened with me. I wasn't quite sure of my reality, and because I was so isolated from my loved ones, it was hard to keep track of that reality. So I just had to take that person's comments or feedback as gospel, if that makes sense. But what you need to understand is, just because someone doesn't see the effects, the damaging effects of their behavior towards you, doesn't excuse it and doesn't make it okay. Your mental health is in your hands. You need to take charge of that. Just really sit down, have a self-assessment of what's going on within, in your emotions, in your mental state, physically, spiritually. Hey, I'm so sorry. Yeah, basically make note of that. Have regular checkups with yourself. Oh my days. He's gotten to the stage where he throws everything. And the healing process, it's a process, okay? I'm still going through it. And the joys of it is I'm not comparing it to anyone else's journey. My progress, the speed of it, I'm just taking my time, literally a day at a time, and educating myself. I love reading books. If you want me to share my book list, check on my Instagram, because I'll be sharing the books that I've been reading to help you out. But yeah, I feel like I'm rushing this. I think next time when I do this video, I'm not going to be babysitting. Okay, I'm going to do it whilst he's asleep. But yeah, I'm sorry if the video has been all over the place. I'm going to show you what I'm wearing to the wedding. 1 second, whilst I put it on. So here it is. That's my son, that's my brother. Okay, there you go. And I've got this jacket to put on and a little fairy, this one, like so. And I've got my jacket, if anything. But I'll give you a full length view. I'll let my brother do it for me. Do you mind? Yeah. Okay, so hold on.